tell me more about being in alignment, because this is the focus of the book. So what does that mean and how do we do it?
It's funny because it's like January 8th, and I opened up my laptop and I thought, what the heck am I going to write this book about? And I was really just, again, like emotionally charged. I was not in the right like state of mind or state of heart to write a book, especially in this kind of timeline, given the circumstances. And it was just this moment of taking your hands off the wheel and saying, okay, well, you're the one that made this happen, so you better tell me what to do with it. And I asked myself this question: of all of the people I've spoken to, the thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs in 2 decades that I've spoken to, what do they all have in common? I'd never asked myself that question before, not like that. And the answer that emerged instantaneously is they were out of alignment. And I thought, alignment? What is that? I don't even think I've ever said that out loud before. That's interesting. And I thought, well, how do you get into alignment? And I'm waiting and waiting for the answer. And I mean, we're talking about, a week, 2 weeks go by, and I'm thinking, I don't have time for this. How do you get into alignment? I started looking back on what did I do in all of my consulting, retainers? Like, how did I get people successful results? And I looked at, the first thing that I do is I preach that you have to know your avatar, not an audience, not an ideal customer profile, an avatar, like one person who's a specific age that has deep thoughts and emotions and scarcity and worries and anxiety and overwhelm, that has responsibility and aspirations and dreams and wants to know if they're significant. Like your avatar, your person. My person's name is Heather. So I've been teaching this for 12 years, 15 years. And I thought, yeah, that's a really important part of getting into alignment. What else do you need? And then more time would go by. It felt like I was getting these messages downloaded that I would have to, it was like looking at Arabic, and I'd have to like decode them. And as soon as I like really saw how to get into alignment, it was quite confronting for me, Rugare. And I saw how out of alignment I had been. And yet I'm writing the book on alignment, so you can see what this felt like. And so the second pillar to the foundational core framework is vision. Now, vision is sort of like, I want to help everybody in the world to do this incredibly big thing that I could probably never achieve in a lifetime. I mean, honestly, that's most people's visions. And I think it sets them up for feeling less than, like it's something that we struggle with. Like, yes, we want it, but we don't actually believe we can achieve it. And that's not a good feeling. So instead, I invite people to come up with a micro vision. How do you want to impact your avatar on a daily basis? So for example, when Heather comes into a Zoom room, I'm going to greet her with a big smile. And I'm going to ask her how she is. And I don't want to know that she's good, thanks, how are you? I want her to actually tell me how she is. Like, oh, actually, I'm really grateful my little 4-year-old did this today, but then I was challenged by this other thing. How are you doing, Amber? Like, I actually want to know her. I care. That's an example of a micro vision, a way that I want to impact her. Now, by listing out my micro vision regarding the cool thing, I recognize that I can achieve my vision every single day. I don't have to wait to the end of my life to experience that fulfillment and that joy and pleasure. I get to do it daily. So then we move into the third pillar, which is why. And here was the biggest one that just rocks people, because I've never heard this taught anywhere, and they apparently haven't either. I would never say it's nowhere else, because come on, it's 2024, but I mean, I don't know where else it is. So normally your why is, why do I want that vision? Because I want to help people and it's like your why statement and your vision statement tend to be pretty similar. And in this process, I thought, no. Wait a minute. So if vision is what I give to humanity, my why is what that gives to me. And so now all of a sudden you have mutual reciprocation. So if I am helping Rugare to feel heard, seen, and valued in this moment, my why is that it fills my unmet need to be heard, seen, and valued. And there's this beautiful harmony and flow that should be interacting between your vision and your why. And that was the piece where I was out of alignment. I was always giving to everybody else, thinking that that was my purpose, was to give it all away. But at the end of the day, I was depleted. Nobody was filling up my cup. And it wasn't even nobody, it was that I wasn't filling up my own cup. I wasn't filling my own needs. And then the last pillar, if avatar, vision, and why is what gets you into alignment, your values and the way that I teach them is what helps you stay in alignment. And then all of your marketing, sales, and fulfillment strategies move out from there. It's an expression of your alignment. And that means that your company is in congruence. When your company is operating in congruence, infinite impact is inevitable. You want more money? It's inevitable. You can't stop it from happening because it's naturally producing from your alignment.
Powerful. That is so powerful. And I resonate deeply with everything you said there.